Hello, hello. Welcome. Glad you could make it today. Is it cold or warm where you are? Welcome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. And welcome to all the replay viewers as well. I'm glad you're joining. We get to listen to some Bach while we come in today. Hi Heather, glad you could come. And while we're waiting, letting a few more people get in, I'd love to know if you homeschool and how old your children are. And yes, also if you would like to share with your followers, that would be great. Hi Jen. We're going to be talking today about ways to experience arts for yourself and for your kids. This will be great for no matter what kind of schooling that you do. Doesn't matter if you're a homeschooler, a public schooler, private schooler, or what age your kids are. We've got lots of ideas for you today, so come on in. We have energizing classical music. 9 years of homeschooling, kids 12, 16, and 17. Awesome. Very good. Hi, Annie. Glad you're here. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here today. So I've been trying to decide. I didn't actually have a set plan of what this was going to be today. And earlier today I got some news and I got really excited about it. And then it kind of sparked all these ideas and I thought, oh, what are we doing today? We are going to talk about experiencing the arts with your children and by yourself. So I am Erica Johns from Enrichment Studies. Wow, that's a lot of light. There we go. Hi, Robin. Oh my goodness. I'm right near a window and it's really sunny. enrichmentstudies.com. And hello. And we help homeschool families incorporate more fine arts into their daily life in ways that don't require a lot of mom power. I'm going to see if I can kind of move away from the sun a little bit. I don't know. Okay. So, I hate to make Bach go away. Maybe we can leave him in the background. Is it bothering you? Is it all right? How many of you do find ways, have already like sort of a few ways in your arsenal that you have your kids experiencing art in person, not just in the home? Any of you? Do you have anything that is already working well for you? For a long, long time, I have taken my kids to different opportunities that I was interested in. You're Charlotte Mason homeschoolers, okay. I've been really big on taking kids to stuff. I guess it probably started because I took my kids to everything, and if I wanted to see it, then they were going to have to come with me, right? That was the only way I was going to get out. And you know, I've taken them to stuff that they didn't think they wanted to go to, and maybe stuff that they didn't really like that much. But, you know, I've often said that your daughter plays piano. Good. I've often said that you never know what kind of experience might spark an interest or an inspiration for you or your children. And so I think it's really, really worth it to take advantage of a broad spectrum. Do not prejudge whether or not you think your kids will like going to the brass band festival or to the ballet or whatever the thing might be. Because, you know, the kids, especially younger kids, don't usually have a prejudice about what they're going to like. They're just going to go. And the younger the kid, the better it is. They get more of their own ideas about whether or not they're going to like stuff as they get older. But anyways, I just thought that I would share like a bunch of different ways that I know of in my area and hopefully available in yours, where you can take advantage of arts opportunities. Exposure is the key. She didn't finish community college. Okay. All right. Hey, it's all a process. One of the ways, just a couple weeks ago, I actually did a scope live from an art opening that was at a local area community arts center. They were having like a new art exhibit that opened, and there was food and lots of people and lots of fresh new art, and it was free. And it's actually free to go there anytime. But what's cool about taking them to an opening is they get it feels more exciting. You know, there's a lot of energy in the air. Some of the artists, all the artists, I don't know, a lot of the artists were there, and there's the food, and you just see that, like, we're not the only ones going through this big cavernous quiet place, but we've got, you know, this whole crowd of people that all came out to see this art. And you know, it was great. There was a huge wide variety of things to see, and so you know, you never know. We saw forms of video art, we saw textile art, we saw sculpture, photography, oil paints, watercolors, pastels, multimedia things, collages, all sorts of great things. And it was free. And it was like on our way to the grocery store, you know, so like I planned the time, and the kids that I had with me, we stopped in and we got to go and see that. We probably walked around for 40 minutes or something and enjoyed taking it all in. And it's also fun because we go to this place pretty often, and they have some pieces that are their permanent collection, and we've got favorites, you know. And it's like when we were going upstairs, my 12-year-old was like, oh, I want to see the man, the face, you know. And there's this sculpture that's some sort of kind of tribal sculpture bust of a man that's very distinctive and really fun, and he always likes it if I take a picture with him with a guy and he makes a goofy face or whatever, you know, but like he's interacting and he remembers that, and that's made an impression on him. You know, at our community arts center, there's all sorts of rotating exhibits. There's classes that you can take to learn how to do watercolors or pottery or whatever. They have special events. Sometimes they have like a lunchtime thing where you can have lunch with an artist, and they you do crafts and color and stuff at home. That's great. We've been able to do some lunchtime things. Once we saw a harpist at Christmas time, and it was so beautiful. The young lady that was playing was actually a teenager and a friend of one of my sons, and you know, the kids were excited to go to it because they knew who was going to be playing. So it's sort of like, yeah, we'll go and we'll support her. I don't think that they really thought anything about, it didn't have any expectations about how much they would enjoy the harp, but they loved it, you know. And my 17-year-old said, you know, it was so beautiful, it just almost brought him to tears. And he said, you know, I didn't expect that, but it was just gorgeous. And so, you know, now he knows, like, wow, harp music, you know, who would have thought, you know, that would be a thing he'd be excited about, but he was, and he loved it. Once we got to go see a man that was a master guitar player, and he actually brought a whole spectrum of guitars from his collection, and we got to learn about how the different types of wood affect the sound, the tone of the guitar. I didn't know about that. And we were, you know, having lunch and hearing this delightful man, you know, share about his passion for the guitar. And you know, even if you don't share his passion for the guitar, just the fact that he has that enthusiasm is really contagious. You know, it's so cool to find somebody who's made this his life's work and knows so much about it, and it was interesting, and the workmanship on the guitars was beautiful and stuff. So, you know, obviously, you know, you don't live near me, so you're going to have your own things, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas of things that might be available. Sometimes our community arts center also has a student art show. Usually about once a year, the local area schools will have students that'll donate art for an auction that goes toward helping raise money for the arts center. You know, one year I took one of my teenagers and we looked at the art, and I bid and won a bid for a piece of art. It's student art, but I liked it. And, you know, it was another high energy way to experience the art, and I thought that was a great opportunity because that's, you know, showing your kids, teenagers did this, you know, other kids your age created this, and what do you think about it? And many of the subject matters of the works were contemporary, like, you know, a basketball player and a really awesome big painting or different things like that. And so, you know, it's very accessible to them, you know, that they see how somebody expressed something that maybe they also care about and know about. So that was a really neat thing. Museums, obviously, and what got me excited today was that I was reading an article about the Cincinnati Contemporary Arts Center has been able to create a way where they're going to offer free admission for the next 3 years, starting February 14th. So this is so cool and so interesting. Normally it costs, I think, $7.50 per adult for admission, and they were doing a renovation, and because of the renovation of their lobby area, people had to come in a different way through like a loading dock. So it was kind of messy and, all under construction and not very elegant to show up. And so for the months they were doing the construction of the lobby, they were offering free admission just sort of to offset and encourage people to still come in, even though it wasn't as nice or as comfortable as it normally was. And what they found was lots more people were coming. And so then that got them thinking, so when you remove the financial barrier, more people are willing to come and experience our art. So they were able to raise the money to offset the costs, their operating costs, and offer the free admission, thanks to one large grant plus 50 people who each 50 individuals or businesses that are contributing $1,000 a piece per year for the next 3 years to make it free for everyone. What a wonderful, innovative idea, and what a great opportunity. I am so stoked. It's a couple hours away for me to go to Cincinnati, but we will be going sometime this spring, sometime in the next couple of months. We'll go. And that is really great. If you're near a college or university or any larger city, very often there's some sort of art museum, usually with at least some time during the week that's free. Some of them have freebies all the time. Some is like, just on Friday nights or whatever. I would really recommend that you start to find out what is available in your area. Get on their newsletter list. Call them if you don't automatically see a sign up for a newsletter. Call and find out if they have a newsletter that you can find out about, or if they have things for students. Do they offer field trips? Some of them offer a free field trip with a docent to take you around and show you the art, which is a wonderful experience, and you will learn so much. A lot of times they have special exhibits that you can go and see, all sorts of special events. You just never know what you're going to find. So sign up, find out what is available in your area. A lot of colleges and universities have artist series that go on campus. Like for instance, one near us, they're having, they've got, I think, Blue Man Group is coming this year, and it's like everything from country music to classic rock to performance groups to dance troupes. All sorts of things are coming, and my experience is that most of them do offer student performances. So if you can get together a field trip and do that, as far as I know, everybody that homeschools, can qualify for a student field trip at these places. So you can get a discounted ticket and take advantage of those opportunities. Over the years, we have been able to take our kids to see Stomp, which is super cool. We saw Blue Man Group, which was so fun. Your kids have taken art classes. Good, yes. That's a great way to do it, to experience some art classes without it being super expensive. And we've done that as well. For many years, we homeschooled in a town that had a lot of homeschoolers and had a university. And we had the same thing. We had art students that were kind of doing like a practicum teaching our kids art. It's great. It was like $15 for a semester or something. Super cheap. But anyways, Blue Man Group, it's one of my fondest memories. The grand finale of our performance of Blue Man Group was so breathtaking and surprising and magical. And this was years ago, and I can still remember, looking over at my children's faces where there was all this light and confetti, and just, it was wild and crazy, and it was such a cool thing to experience with them. A year ago, I got to take my daughter-in-law and go see the Paul Taylor Dance Company, which is a modern dance troupe, and that was something I'd never done before, and it was beautiful. It was art in motion, and our place had like a a Black Friday discount deal on tickets. And so I did that 2 years ago, and I did it last year, where I waited till Black Friday and then pounced on it to see what kind of ticket prices I could get for different things. And with the Paul Taylor Dance Company, I was able to get front row center tickets for us for what normally would have been like the nosebleed seats. It was awesome. I took my daughter to see the Russian Federation Ballet doing the Nutcracker a couple years ago at Christmas time. It was beautiful. It was cool. So don't be afraid to call those places and find out, what do you have for student performances, or do they have any discounts? And one thing that I've noticed that's happening in a couple places near me is when it gets really close to a performance day, if they haven't sold all their tickets, a lot of times they're trying to just like fill the seats. Get a little bit of a relationship going with whoever would be like your contact person there, and let them know, it can be very expensive, especially if you have several children. It can be really expensive to get tickets to these things. But, say to them, hey, we would love to come to some of these things, but we can't afford to pay, whatever